Hey guys, I'm in the office. I usually don't do videos from in here. This is like all the inventory and stuff. But I wanted to make a little video. I got a package yesterday, or the other. I got it like the other week for a bait and tackle, and made a YouTube video. It's up on the channel. Where this is gonna be. But I mentioned like I'm gonna Euro rig it for big toothies, and somebody said they'd like to see how I do that. So if you're to make a little video, I also I was doing an order of 9-inch Stanks Baitco rockets, and when I demolded the last bait I was able to, it pulled a chunk of the hook slot out. So I just went ahead and cut the hook slot out as best I could. It's a little rough. It needs a little trim on each one, but it's a solid body now, so I don't need a hook slot. I don't need a keel weighted hook, swim hook. I can Euro rig these too, which I love. I'm getting into Euro rigging. I have been for like a year. That hasn't been a year. I've been using it for a little bit, and then I kind of got out of it, and then some people I hang out with got into it, which got me back into it, which like more heavily than I was before. So I've actually gone and gotten setups now. Here's one of my Euro rig setups. We'll see how this would. See, this is going to be too big for it, so that's why I come prepared. Here's another one. I don't think this needs any weight to it, to be honest with you. So there we go. This is, where's the camera here? It's a screw lock. It's a steel wire, and you can buy the wire. You can buy the crimps and tools to do it all yourself. I ordered these off the internet pre-made, and then we've got big old hook on the end. So what I do, this is a killer 12-inch grub. Epic Bait Molds mold. Bait and Tackle made this. So what I want to do is I want to put this in where, it's going to be central. I want I don't want it on the side where the tail is going to be. I want it, so the tail is going to be, I guess, like that, yeah. Yeah, like that. And then what we'll do, is get lined up, come down, just run that. So that's that right there, and I'll run this on my heavy swim bait rod that's back there. It's weighted from 3 to 8 ounces, so it'll hold this. And then if something comes up and grabs it, they grab it like that. I got a really good chance of hooking up on it. Now, I took that back out because I'm not going fishing today. It's 15 degrees outside, but I'm keeping the screw lock in it, and I'm just going to keep this like this. And then it'll go back into the bag. And then we're gonna set up this this rocket with a screw lock also, or with a Euro rig also. So we've got this solid body. Doesn't work. It's got a hook slot. The belly slot's so deep that you can't really. And there's a variety. This is just like a short rundown of stuff. Like I said, you can make all this yourself, or you can find it on the internet. Here is a weighted head with a hook. So if you need some weight to it, you run that in. Then you've got your single hook right there. Here's some where you run in your weight, and then you can clip your own lead and hook into it. These ones are actual wire, so it's, instead of being a cable, it's a wire. You run your hook in, and then you've got one here and one here, which is probably, that looks like it's probably a little too long for this also. That's the large. I have a shorter one, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they are all the same length. So that one's a little bit better. So you want to go center on the face. And these are big screw locks. This ain't like normal little screw locks. These are heavy duty screw locks. That way, the first time you get smacked, it's not going to rip the lock out. So what we want to do, pull down just a bit so that it's lax but tight when it sits. And I will say I like the wire better than this bar. Pull it down, come back in. Before I started running this stuff, I ran just, keel weighted swim bait hooks, and then I switched over to keel weighted swim bait hooks with a stinger, which is a big treble off the end, and then I just went straight to the Euro rigs like this. Like I said, that sits like that. Like the wire style better than the bar style, and when I re-up on terminal, I'm going to get all wire instead of this bar. It's rigid, but I mean, it does the job. When it gets bit, like these come out and it holds the fish. So there you guys go. If anybody's wondering about how I do my Euro rigging, that's it right there. And like I said, traditional swim bait hook, it's coming out through the top. You got that one hook. This obviously ups your hookup ratio. Even like an extra wide gap with a stinger off the end will greatly increase your hookup ratio. I don't know if I have actually, you know what, because I got that stuff in Bait and Tackle yesterday. I do have. So what you would do, and I'm sure a lot of people know, but some people don't. So I will use, I've even got little tiny, like if you got like the 4-inch slip swim or a small swim bait, smaller, like 5 and under. I've got some micro rigs. It's the same as the one I just showed you. 2 trebles and a screw lock, but they're smaller. Excuse me. I'm going to use this just as an example. So like you wouldn't have this. It would just be a treble hook when you're talking about a stinger. You would run. Do I have something just laying around? I mean, I should. Let's see. Hey, you know what, man? This one's already rigged. This is the Bait and Tackle, by the way. This right here is a Jack's Custom Jigs. I'm meeting people in the fishing world, so I'm finding more people to get stuff from, but Jack's does awesome work. So you've got your swim bait rig hooked up. You take a treble and just slide it. Well, hold on, first off. See how that's sitting? You want the 2 facing down and the 1 facing up. So what you do is you slide that on your hook like that. Okay, then you come in here. Run your hook. Carefully run your hook. This sucker mold, by the way, is killer. It's got a little spot right there that just perfectly hides your hook. And then pull it forward. So if you didn't know what I meant by a stinger, that is the stinger. That is how I came to find out about Euro rigs and started using them. As I went from just a regular this to this with a stinger, and most of my hits started coming on the stinger hook. You get a lot of short strikes, and this reels them in. I like to use a bigger bait. You get a lot of short strikes on the bigger baits. A lot of smaller fish that still want a good meal. So that was where it started, and then I found out about the Euro rig, and now I'm getting into like solid bodied baits with double treble rigging. I've always heard it called Euro rigging. It got really, from what I understand, it got very popular with the Europeans. They use it for pike, zander, whatever else they got over there that has big teeth in it. Obviously, you will run into instances like this right here. I'm not sure how well it'll work with that fin. I don't see it affecting anything, honestly. But yeah, I didn't even trim this mold. I literally came in and cut the belly hook out, or the belly slot out, so that I could run solid body baits. And away we went. But yeah, there you go. I'm gonna quit babbling. Anybody watching my videos know I'll ramble on and on and on. So I'll stop, but I keep kind of burping too. Fun times. Anyway, there we go. You got any questions? Let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about this, but more than happy to help if I can. But yeah, I love it. I figure, you know, like I said, I'd rather have a wire than a bar. But as you can tell, like that's not gonna affect the action. It's also not gonna. It'll get hit. Trust me. Wait till it warms up and I'll show you. But then, you know, you've got this, so you can tie right in and you can get hits. I've seen people pulling pretty big fish on rigs like this, and it still doesn't rip out the nose. Because if you want, you could hit your corkscrew or hit your line tie. Hold on. You could hit that with some super glue and then screw it in there and have a little bit better. But I don't think you need to. Anyway, yeah, if you guys are on the water, stay safe and tight lines. If you're in a shop, good pours and be safe. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks.